Professor of Communication. Yay!
Yay!
Danielle Iglesias, one of our faculty support staff.
Yay!
And in the front is Kevin Yule, our assistant dean for student services.
Yay!
So we've partially coordinated what we're saying and partially going to wing it. So
Okay, I get to wing first. So welcome everybody. I'm really thrilled that everybody decided to come on the tour. I can bore you to death with Rutgers history, so if I get too carried away, just somebody start booing and it will be fine. But let me just welcome you. I know some of you are new to the university, some of you have been here for a while, but probably haven't taken a very deep dive into Rutgers history. There was a faculty member once upon a time who said, if you want to know anything about the history of higher education, it happened at Rutgers. Because we started in 1766 as a colonial college. We were named after Queen Charlotte, so we became Queen's College. That's how we started. And then after the Revolution, as they say, it wasn't very fashionable to be named after a British monarch. So we switched our name to Rutgers after Henry Rutgers, who was a merchant in New York City. Henry gave us some money, and he also gave us a bell. The bell is still in Old Queens. So we will go down that end of campus, you will see Old Queens. Old Queens was the first building that was built at Rutgers. I'll just call it Rutgers College to make it easier. So it was the first building. If you take a look at it, the faculty lived there, imagine that. And the students also lived there. Most of them commuted because there weren't that many students. They learned how to be ministers in the Dutch Reformed Church. The first residence hall is down there, Winans Hall, which is where the president's office is now, was the first residence hall. They gutted it a few years ago, and they actually found there was a fire on the 4th floor, which no one knew had happened. And so all kinds of history just kind of popped up out of nowhere. So Rutgers has been here for a long time, a lot of changes since I've been here. So I think as we go along, you'll see some of the colonial past, you'll see some of the land grant. That's Cook, which is over that way, which we will get to, which is a land grant institution. We also had a college for women, which has now become the Douglas Residential College. So you name it, in higher education, it happened at Rutgers somehow.